G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 12 of our Lightning Paladin caster playthrough, where this episode we're going to do a little bit of cleanup on normal, and also I wanted to talk about the Vendetta Relic, which I just went around and bought all the precursor materials for, and you'll notice 18 crystals in my inventory. That's how many times I refreshed Hiram's inventory before I worked out that actually he doesn't sell the blueprint. It's over here on the quartermaster. Now, initially I checked here and went, oh, well, neither one of these is the blueprint I want, so it must be on Hiram. When I eventually gave up and looked it up, it's here in the honored section. So this is one thing I was a little bit worried about going into, or skipping Elite, just going straight from Veteran into Ultimate, is we're not going to have the reputation to buy this until we're finished Malmoth, basically, in Ultimate, if we do this. Or we're going to have to grind bounties, which I do not want to do. So we still have the quest for the Black Iron Docks, and we'll see how that goes. Here we go. So the Malmoth Resistance, we need 3,200. We're not going to get that from the Black Iron Docks. We'll maybe get 500 or something like that. Then the only thing they like is killing Ethereal Vanguard, which only exist in some Aether Warped totems and inside the city of Malmoth, and then quests, which we won't have any of until we get back to Malmoth in Ultimate. So unless I grind bounties, or just don't have a +1 Inquisitor relic until the character's more or less done. Yeah, those are pretty much the options. Anyway, while I'm thinking about that and kind of trying to decide which way I want to go, I may end up just doing Elite. When I was sort of considering this earlier, this was one of the things that I mentioned, was that I'm pretty sure if you skip Elite, you're just not going to have faction reputation items, or you're going to be spending forever grinding for them in normal, which is not something I want to do. So maybe changing the plans. If there was kind of like nothing good to get from the reputation vendors, then I'd probably just send it and go to Ultimate, but I don't know. We'll see. My normal path is would be to stop pretty much now, like do the Black Iron Docks, and then head into Elite and do Elite up to the end of Ashes, and then start Ultimate then around level 75-ish with Revered for both the we want to go to the Lighthouse as well. Forgot the Diversion. Revered for both the Resistance, or the Malmoth Resistance, and the who are the other guys? The Black Legion. So that's when I normally go into Ultimate. Going into Ultimate without access to the augments from these guys, without access to any of their decent reputation gear, just seems kind of silly. Maybe silly is the wrong word, but it does seem like I'm skipping a lot of power just for the sake of going a little bit quicker. And we're going to get to the same place anyway. So I guess, let me know in the comments if you think I should do it. It will make it more difficult, although, to be fair, this build is basically destroying everything, and it hasn't really had any challenges yet, so maybe we do it for that, but it does definitely seem smarter for first characters or fresh start characters to do Elite. Anyway, let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are, and we will consider doing Elite or not after this episode. So with that said, I've kind of spoiled that we're not doing Elite or Ultimate today. I wanted to get this Diversion Shrine. I'm going to go do the Black Iron Docks. I was going to spend a little time crafting Vendetta, but, well, that's not happening, is it? And I want to go get the Devotion Shrines from the Skeleton Key dungeons in normal. None of which actually require a skeleton key to get to. And they're all relatively safely. I think the... What do we think of the Port Valbury one requires a dynamite or 3. The Bastion of Chaos requires like 40 scrap to repair a bridge. The others I'm pretty sure you just walk into. Anyway, let's go do the Black Iron Docks. And then we'll worry about that stuff afterwards. And if we get through all of that and there's still time, I do want to do a quick run through Forgotten Gods. We will be massively over-leveled if I do end up doing Elite, but you know, them's the breaks. Being over-leveled is not actually a bad thing. It's not efficient, but I mean, realistically, who cares? Play the game to have fun, so we can be a little inefficient. Alright, there's my Aether Shard. Wonder if the Flesh Weaver's home. He is home today. Alright, so we can blow him up, and all of his friends. And their little dog too. Okay, boom goes the dynamite. Take those for selling. And we are at the Black Iron Docks. Alright, just get rid of these guys. So the big dude and the... Oh, he's dead. I was going to say and the hero, but he's also dead. Okay, and now we go inside. Or, actually... Now we go back to back to town and get the quest to actually open the door. Let's see what the bounty table has as well. What do we got? Nope. Take a look. In the Mammoth Outskirts, Blazaragorus, nope. Ethereal in the Sewers, nope. What else you got? Ethereal Missives, I've got some of those. But I do want the Black Iron Docks quest. Let's go ahead and dump all this in here. Take out one Ethereal Missive. The good thing about farming Hiram for something that he never had in the first place is I did get a decent number of those crystals. So these are 75. Wow. Tor Exterior. Nah, I don't think I'm going to do bounties. That's 75. 75 reputation, I need 3,000. That's going to take forever. No, I think we'll just continue onwards. Whether that be Elite or Ultimate is... I'll probably let you guys decide, actually. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I guess you'll find out next episode. Okay, so Black Iron Docks is basically just go in and kill everybody. Which is fine, we can do that. So let's just drag everyone outside. Throw a few lightning conduits down, get some debuffs happening, and then boom goes the dynamite. Everybody dies. Alright, same thing here. We're basically waiting for, well not waiting for, but these guys are going to show up. And our mission is just to kill them all. So I think there's 4 or 5 waves. And this is not looking particularly difficult. Having almost capped Inquisitor Seal is kind of cheating though, let's be honest. I just stand in this glowy blue circle and I can't die. It's basically cheating. It's an interesting name. Fra the Frozen. Alright, a couple more waves and we should be done. Alright, and last wave. I can never remember what the, if there's a guy with a skull at the end of this. So maybe one more wave. No, we're done. Okay, the Black Iron Docks are successfully cleared, even though I can quite clearly see, well, this guy was alive. Anyhow, that's done. Let's head back and turn it in. Now, all of that carnage would also have got me some reputation. Let's just have a look. So we're at 2004, which is, that's not terrible. How much are you gonna give me? 500. Okay, so we pretty much reduced to grinding bounties or just heading onwards without having the vendetta. I think we're just going to head onwards. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do, or one of the other things, was to go and get the Diversion Shrines from out of the Skeleton Key dungeons. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, that means we're heading into Steps of Torment, which is a lot of running. So I'll try to get through this as quick as I can. Oh, also, previous to this episode, I hit level 51 while I was running around trying to find stuff. I put the points, 1 point went into the Guardians of Empyrean, which I haven't summoned yet because without Celestial Presence they don't really do much. And I put 1 point in Tectonic Shift for the extra 3 meters on Vaya's Might. Just get around a little quicker. Probably should put... nope, never mind. Volcanic Stride doesn't actually give you any range. Just sets things on fire behind you.
Yeah.
Alright, nearly there. Well, I mean, it'd be rude not to, right? I think 3 should be enough here. We'll just ignore that sneaky 4th one at the back there that's probably not going to trigger. Alright, seems good. Yet another piece of perdition. I'm going to have multiple sets before we're done here. I can see it already. Which I guess is fine. Glyph of Wayward Souls, not going to use that. Okay, you can see there's a quest down here as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Grab these as well. So this quest is one that I typically only ever actually complete on Ultimate, maybe. And this next one that we just picked up from him is basically kill Zarthuzalan, who is standing in front of the Skeleton Key door. So I only ever do these if I'm going to run the dungeon. And I'm not going to run the Steps of Torment today, I'm just here for the Diversion Shrine. We may also find ourselves a treasure trove. It's not there today, so if I find it, I find it. I'm not 100% familiar with all of the potential locations in this particular dungeon. So if I find it, great, and if I don't really care. There's plenty of other treasure troves, and I've said this before, but looking for treasure troves and even exalted chests is kind of a waste of time. If you want legendary items, your best bet is going to be go and do totems, go and do Shattered Realm, go and do a whole bunch of things that are going to give you way better items than one exalted chest. And if you're looking for treasure troves, there are multiple other treasure troves that always spawn in one of a handful of places. They're very easy to find, and looking for them in an area where they are not very easy to find is kind of a waste of time. But if you do find them, then by all means open them. Alright, there's our Devotion Shrine, and I will go kill Zarthuzalan since I have the quest for it. Is this a trap? Is this a trap? It's always a trap. And as long as I'm in the area, I may as well also take the slightly scenic route sort of down and around, because there are a couple of treasure trove spawn locations around there, and in spite of everything I just said, I do want the treasure trove. Alright, there we go. There it is. We've successfully got a very nice fire-based shield. What was it? Stonehide of Wildfire. So Stonehide is, I think, extra armor. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Anyway, we'll just not go that way because it's blocked. Go this way. And like I said, I want to check along the bottom here for the treasure troves, because even though there are better places to find them, there's actually no reason not to check if it's kind of on the way anyway. Alright, somewhere along here. It's not here, so skip that. And the next place I think is just here in the water. There it is. Lovely. So we got another ethereal missive and another blueprint, which is not bad, not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. And the exalted chest can be in these little cages as well. I'm not going to go back and look for it though. Okay, so Zathuzalan does a ton of fire damage. Probably some other stuff too, but it's mostly fire. Let's find out if we can stand in his fire and not take damage. So far so good. Where are the priests? This guy. Yeah, he just healed him to full. Lovely. So we are taking a little bit of damage. Probably just move out of that and be fine. Go stand next to him, why not? And one more should do the trick. There he goes. Okay. Annihilation and Subjugators of Scorching on that archive. So, no good. We did get the Eastern Leggings, which... yeah, not for this build. Okay, there's the recipe for the Skeleton Key, which I don't think we've got yet. Nope. And we did get a Skeleton Key as well. So if you were so inclined, you could go in here and run Steps of Torment. I'm not going to bother doing that today. We are instead going to go to Homestead, and we're going to go into Port Valbury. Now this one I considered skipping. I'll be honest, Port Valbury in general, even getting to it is a risk because of what you're about to see here. Because of all this. So there is a way to get through this, and I will show you obviously the safe way to do it, but even the safe way is not particularly safe. And you can see that ancient Aether Warp totem. That totem has killed me a couple times because it spits out the what are they called, the ethereal giants, the massive golem things, and they just charge you down. It does have, however, reputation for the mammoth resistance. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm not. Now let's do it. Screw it. If we die, we die. Just for the record, this is a mistake. This is definitely not a thing you should do. But it's a thing we're doing. So say a prayer to our patron saint, Leroy Jenkins, and we'll head in. Just spending the points. We're going all in on the bar until we get to Celestial Presence. I can't think of anything that I need more than that. You guys can, stand in this seal. Okay. So we load up the area around it with these crystals, or not crystals, I'm looking at these things, with runes. And then we pop it, and we hope that everything is dead. We didn't get everything, but it was pretty close. Okay, there we go. Another Perdition piece. Nope, we got Oblivion, Crushing Will, Aldenar's Stabilizer, and a bunch of iron bits to be made. Alright, so these guys, you can go in there and kill them if you want. I don't actually need to go and kill them, so I'm not going to. Actually, I need to go back, because that blue dot you see on the map, well, you can't see it right now, but it was there a second ago, and it'll be coming up here in an instant. That blue dot is the dynamite site that we need to go blow up to get into Port Valbury. So this is the entry to Port Valbury, 3 dynamite. Let's go on in. Okay, we don't need any of that. You know what? It's bits. How is the old inventory? It's very full. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. We're going back to Homestead. And I'm just going to sell all this rubbish. May as well talk to my good friend Isaiah Redden as well. Buy his potions. I don't even look at them anymore, I just buy them. Right. We'll hang on to that. Add it to the pile. But everything else has got to go. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's eat that. Chuck the rest in the bank, and then we'll head into Port Valbury for the not-so-dangerous half.
No questions asked. It's safe with me. Promise.
There we go. Okay, skeleton key number 1. We should have 2 of those by the end of this episode. I think 2. Yeah, 2 sounds right. Okay, back to Port Valbury. Now, like I said, this place is dangerous enough that I considered skipping it. Because, as you can see, there is Aether Fire everywhere. But there is a Diversion Shrine you can get in here without having to go into the actual skeleton key dungeon. You don't have to spend a key. And you don't really have to... like, it's not super risky, as long as you kind of know where you're going and don't stand in Aether Fire. If you don't know where you're going, I recommend going very slowly. I also recommend getting the map up from grimtools.com, and definitely recommend having maxed out everything resist. I think I'm 1% short on bleeding at the moment, but otherwise I'm fully capped. Alright, where's the door? There it is. Let's go stand on that. So these things here, the Ethereal Abominations, are basically the boss of Act 3 again. Or the guy we fought in the barn. They're not quite as strong as he was, but it's very similar to that. Alright, I'm gonna go around the edge, around the outside, because just here, this little house is a potential exalted chest. If it's not in here, that's fine, and it's not. And we'll just keep going. Try not to go down the roads with Aether Fire on them as much as you can. There's usually a way to go around them. The Diversion Shrine we want is kind of over here-ish. I am taking the scenic route, as I said. Definitely not just so as I can get a ton of Aether Crystal, so... might be. Alright, he's gonna run away. Alright, go on, step on it. There you go. This road along the top here, this is kind of where you want to go. If you follow this, you'll see there's the Diversion Shrine. Desecrated means we are going to have to fight for it, which is fine. Okay, these things are a pain. I'm going to go ahead and kill the boss just before the final door. No real reason to, just kind of want to. Okay. And these little Aether Tornado things that follow you around are a pain in the backside as well. Unless you just run for the hills, you more or less can't, like they will follow you, put it that way. So you can't go AFK in here because, yeah, you can see he's still coming. Alright, that's my Diversion Shrine. Done, question mark? Not done. Okay, now it should be done. There we go. What do we get? Chains of Anguish and Slaughter. Neither of which is particularly amazing. Okay, coming down here, you don't have to come down here. But I saw Aether Crystals and I kind of want them, so I'm coming down here. If you just continue following that road there, you'll be fine. You'll get to the end. You don't have to fight any of this stuff. Like I said, I'm just here for the Aether Crystals. This little barn, we want to be on the other side of the barn. Okay, hidden spoils. How do we get down there? It's probably, if you just, like I said, just continue along the road. The boss is here, the door is there. I kind of want this now. I'm guessing you have to come around this way? Yeah, there it is. And like I said, you never get anything good out of these hidden spoils, but it's just fun to do them. Okay, that is not an Aether Cluster, that is an Abomination. And there it goes. I suppose we'll go ahead and put the seal on the ground. So, seal, this playthrough has pretty much convinced me that the Inquisitor Seal is one of the most broken abilities in the game. Which I'm not really complaining about, because you do have to play Inquisitor to get it. And, I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I mean, it definitely works, as you can see by the fact that we're here. And it's not really very challenging at all, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the class in general. Okay, it's not weak or anything, I just don't like it. Devotion points, we've got 5. That's probably way more than I should have. From memory it was Behemoth, and then I've got no idea. Let's just have a look. I think it was a whole bunch of little devotions. Yeah, so after that we've got the lizard, which doesn't really matter. We've got the tortoise, we've got the eel, and then the spear. Oh, and Altos down the bottom as well. What do we need for Altos? I kind of want that. 10 blue, okay. Well, there's our 10 blue. So we're getting Altos next. So it's going to be 5 points, and we'll have Altos, which will be going onto the rune itself. Yeah, awesome. Alright, next up, do I have enough scrap to rebuild the bridge at the Bastion of Chaos? Because it is 40 scrap, so I may not actually have enough by this point to do it. Not the end of the world as well. 1 devotion point. It's hardly going to make or break the build.
See you around. See anything you like?
Yep, saw some scrap I liked.
Safe storage.
Okay, yes, we are absolutely going to have enough scrap. I think it's only 40 to repair the bridge. Spellbreaker Moira here will give you reputation with the Black Legion, but she will send you into, where is the area? Yeah, into the Immolation, which is another one of those areas that you kind of want to avoid. So I'm not going to take her quest, even though it is a Black Legion quest, and I do really want Black Legion reputation. Of the 3 massively Aether Fire affected areas of the game, the Immolation is the one that kind of scares me the most. The conflagration is not too bad, and Port Valbury is also not too bad, especially once you know where you're going. I think a lot of the people who die in that sort of area, they die because they don't know exactly where they're going, and so they head down the wrong way and then turn around and come back and die on the way back. Okay, so 40 scrap and 10,000 bits gets us into the Bastion of Chaos. And just like Port Valbury and the Steps of Torment, I'm not actually going past the skeleton door, or the skeleton key door. I'm just here for the Diversion Shrine, and maybe the Exalted Chest, and treasure trove if I find it, but where am I? Right at the bottom. Alright. So there is the little bridge. What do I have? I have extra armor, lovely. Monsters deal piercing, and monsters slow. Oh, that's not great. There is that one little bridge that's anything but little that I will go check out, and also there is the house as well. So these guys really need to drop me a better shield. I went looking for them before this episode, that's why I was 51 or 52 when the episode started, because I went hunting these guys because I need a better shield, and I didn't see a shield. Like, they just didn't drop one. I killed probably 30 or 40 of them. Didn't even drop the wrong shield, just no shield. Just said I was looking to kill these and ran straight past them. Alright. No shield again. And I think it's here. I think this is the bridge. There's the Exalted Stash, which is very nice. Would be great if you guys could drop me a shield. Okay, we got the Scorcher's Archive, which is not bad for a fire build, but we can't use it, so no dice. Two more up there, and I think the treasure troves here, awesome. Dawnshard Hauberk. Well, I think I know what I'm about to wear. Pretty sure that's a fire thing. Lightning Elemental. Fire converts to lightning I don't care about. Would lose +3 to Inquisitor's Seal. However, the armor difference is so huge, I kind of feel like I'd have to use that. Let's go ahead and say hello to my new friends who decided to wander on up. Still didn't drop me a shield. This little trip has been very profitable, aside from the complete lack of shields. So hopefully we get a shield before we get to the end of this little section. I tend not to come into chthonic areas because they're usually quite rippy. Or at least I tend to recommend people not do it because of that. They're actually not too bad once you kind of know what you're doing, but they definitely can be a little dangerous for newer players. Okay. So here's my Desecrated Shrine. And say goodbye to my little friends here. There we go. Silk Touch hand wraps. No. And a bunch of other stuff as well. Superior of Cruelty. Alright, I'll push up to the door. I'll kill the guy in front of the door, and then that's as far as we go, I think. We definitely could do Bastion of Chaos. That's a big boy. Also doesn't have a shield. Also very disappointing. So this is Bolok Anatu, who is the boss in front of the door. So we will be taking care of him in a moment here. 3 potential shields. No shield for me. Okay, that's fine. We can take out Bolok Anatu. The one thing I've found about this build so far that's kind of not great is the fact that this MI does not have a hero monster that drops it. So there's no boss or whatever that you can point to and say, hey, if you need a new shield, go farm this guy. Which is something you can do with a lot of other MIs. I can't just leave here, can I? Okay, we're going to take the quick exit. Alright, so that leaves the Ancient Groves Shrine, and then, well, I don't think we're going to get to the, was it the Tomb of Morganeth? What is that place called? Tomb of the Heretic, there we go. I don't think we're going to get to that today. But we can absolutely go to the correct rift and then run over to the Ancient Grove and get that one. And while we're here, just see if we haven't got enough reputation to get the next quest. We have.
I think not far.
Okay, we are going to restore these wards. We are protected from vile spirits. Okay. Free buff, I'll take it. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and blow these all up. This looks like a nice place for a rune, so... Of course none of them triggered it. Okay, and then from the first one you head pretty much directly south to find the second one. Trying to use evade as a move skill, just absolutely failed there. I ran into a tiny little flower and it stopped working. Alright, here is the next one. And the last one is back at the Coven, the Coven's Riftgate, so we'll get that on the way back. I do want to head into the Ancient Grove, like I said, and the Diversion Shrine for the Ancient Grove is right near the door, so that'll be fine. Actually, what level are we? 53. I don't think we're going to be able to get the Prismatic Diamond recipe yet. I'm pretty sure it's level 60. So I'm not going to head in there, but I will take the Skeleton Key from Mogdrogan. And that brings us up to the 2 that we were going to have, or that I said we would have by the end of the episode. So you can see the Devotion Shrine already, just up here. We'll just grab that and then be on our way. Got a couple more quests to do for the Coven. Okay. And let's go ahead and chuck one more down. And turn this on. And everybody goes kaboom. Except this guy who was hanging out at the back. There we go. Okay, Burning Purifier, two-handed gun. Not really my thing. But that's fine. Port back to the Coven. And here is the last of the trapped wraiths.
Yeah.
And done. Okay, quest complete. I think the next one is going to be the last one for the Coven, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to get access to that. I don't think I care enough to do the Explorer set. Okay. And yeah, we need another reputation level up to get that. Okay, level 54. Like I said, we're just going straight into the bar until we get Celestial Presence. Yes, I'll confirm that. We have 2 more devotion points to spend, so there's some cold and offensive, there's some lightning and offensive, and then 3 more for that. However, that's going to be the end of this episode, so next episode we will come back and do the Forgotten Gods, but for now, that'll be the end of this one, so thank you all very much for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.